Hello, friends and players, and most likely the members of Slugcats and Blink Squad who are watching this after the fact. Welcome to week 3 of AD2L Season 38 Voyager / Explorer League. Tonight we are watching the Slugcats versus the Blink Squad. I know our Slugcats are 2 and 1, 3 and 1. 3-1. I should probably look up the Blink Squad win-loss, but I imagine they are also 3-1. Yes, also 3-1 Blink Squad. The way they like to weight this league is such as that, where they have teams of similar record playing each other to make the games most exciting as possible and hopefully have less blowouts.
Are we live?
We are live. Joining me this evening, Ever is with me, at least for a couple of weeks straight.
Always and forever, baby.
So it looks like tonight on the Slugcats, Roxy is taking the week off to hopefully sort out mouse issues and possibly change their country of origin.
Pretty sure Roxy's the guy.
Yeah, I know, but I still accidentally refer to them with
just because their name's Roxy.
Not guy pronouns.
Roxanne! You gotta put batteries in the mouse.
Oh, okay. Slugcats took the coin toss. And
they went first, right?
And they went first pick, probably because they expect Blink Squad to take Radiant, because we know our Slugcats sure like Dire.
So it was Slugcats pick first, and then Radiant, because always and forever I have that question game too. Always and forever.
Well, here we have it on record.
Blink Squad, are they the 4-0 team? Because I think there's only one team 4-0 in the league right now, or are there two?
No, Blink Squad is 3-1. And this is Matty Boy's team. I'm looking at some of the players on here. Is Darth Cherry?
We know them too, right?
Yeah, I remember Darth Cherry. I remember Matty Boy. I think I remember Dark.
I remember Dark, but Graph looks familiar.
Yeah. Matty Boy's the one of this crew that I've played with the most.
Fair.
And I've seen him in a variety of positions, ranging from 3 to 5.
Right.
And I would guess that PVC Pipe filling for Roxy is going to take the pause 5 position, but we will see.
What does PVC play last time we played with them? I feel like that was wasn't there a core role?
I thought he was playing core, but I would have to dig into the annals of Dota Buff.
of memories that are being recorded by the internet for us.
Yeah. We are underway in the drafting, and I will change my scenes with a hotkey because that's how cool I am.
Aren't you? Isn't that fancy? So we got bands that do say, hey, no techies, no underlord. We don't like your spamable heroes. I'm assuming Bounty Hunter is also in that spam category, and AA is just... No one likes to play against
an AA that is competent, especially if you have any substantial lifesteal heroes, which I'm not certain is in the Slugcats lineup. I know Pudge can make it. AA can make Pudge's life tough. Certainly, who's the flaming spear guy? Huskar, obviously.
Huskar. Yeah, I haven't seen Slugcats play Huskar.
But still,
you have to be a Huskar player to play Huskar.
Even if AA is not there to directly counter someone, he can still be there to make you have a bad time.
Yeah, I think there's just a lot of fill bads with that AA. Cask travel time versus Spearbreaker. So I was playing a Crystal Maid versus Spearbreaker. I was really cool that I could Frost Nova him, but then my ultimate sucked. Witch Doctor is going to have very similar problems, except for I don't think the Coconut's going to stun a charging Spearbreaker at you. Yes,
No,
there's travel time, but
I
I could see that going very poorly.
I feel like Hex heroes like Shaman and Lion have a good point stun on Spirit Breaker. The Frostbite, you're right, is quick enough, but Cask, you've really got to catch him early.
Yeah, you have to know he's coming. You can't just reflex it.
Hmm.
Although I was playing Techies against this Lich, and I'm pretty sure he was cheating because he caught me midair twice with his
What?
gaze. Yeah. I didn't know that was a thing. Like, I know you can be CC'd midair as Techies, but that was some instant reflexes. So,
Hmm.
I mean, if we see Witch Doctor catch Spirit Breaker a couple times, there may be some questions to me about how, you know, I may have to submit the game for review. Veno, very squishy, very annoying. I like that Veno can see, gives a lot more vision, and you want vision against one, the big map, and two, the Spirit Breaker, just in general.
Yeah. Do you like your Veno better as 3 or 4?
Oh, 100%.
Okay.
That way I don't have to invest time in farming. I can farm really well as a Veno, don't get me wrong. But I prefer the map control while everyone else farms than farming myself in a safe area. Because Veno could farm in an area very safely, which is nice for a Pause 3 to do. But your Pause 3 doesn't want to be farming safe, right? They want to be farming. You know what I mean? Like, yes, I could go take over the enemy jungle and I could farm fairly well there, and that'd be okay as a 3, but I can't, like, force a fight very easily, and I can't save allies. And I feel like a 3 needs to be able to save allies and take the heat off their team if the enemy team initiates on you. Veno, if the enemy team initiates on you, you're just like, suckers, you're gonna die. And then proceeds to die himself.
Now, what do you make of this Ricky ban? I feel like that's a Pause 4 Ricky that we've seen JJ Knock play, but I feel like Spirit Breaker is his hero tonight.
No, I'm pretty sure that's Pause 3 already picked up. Pause 4 already picked up on Spirit Breaker. I think that Ricky is a Pause 1 these days. I haven't seen any Pause 4 Rickies successfully, honestly. I'd have to check Pro Tracker or the league's history to really feel that one out.
Not since they nerfed his dart range.
Yeah. the dart range where you could do it from a screen and a half if you had all the right items.
Yeah.
The Dragon Knight ban. So 3 is Vit, right? Unless they're flexing in this in some way.
I would expect so.
Because Vit also might be playing Pause 5 and PVC Pipe a core, but I don't have any insight into that tonight. I didn't know they were going to have a sub.
I know it seems like Vit and JJ play together so frequently that they've built their synergy around their lane, and it would be a shame to split them up with, especially to have JJ play with a sub who.
Yeah, but I also feel like Pause 3, Pause 4 have a relationship. Pause 1 and Pause 5 have a relationship, and then also the 2 supports. I feel like 4 and 5, there has to be some synergy there too. So
okay,
I mean,
I can see that.
That's the only reason I think that they might have switched that up.
Now,
I mean, I saw Medusa picked early, but I didn't see any bans to protect it. I saw the anti-mage protect it, maybe the Slark, but why not an Ursa? Can't Ursa just melt Medusa?
That is the conventional wisdom.
That is a very squishy lineup for Blink Squad. 2 group CCs, you get shackle shotted if you stand close to someone, you get coconutted if you stand next to someone. You want to go it alone as Slugcats. There's Vit, right there, Brewmaster. It's a lot of damage, though. Like, I mean, sure, Wind Ranger might be able to kill Medusa, but the problem is Medusa just, as soon as Wind Ranger pop ult, Medusa pops ult, and Wind Ranger only gets, like, half value out of hers.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And then she dies because her evasion's going to fall off during the gaze.
If she can.
Medusa just buys Butterfly anyway.
Oh, that Oracle's a great pickup against the Veno. The dispel on all the dots.
It can't dispel the ult.
Right.
It can't dispel the Maledict.
But it can dispel the slows.
It does stop the your hit points from moving during a maledict though. So if you pop your ult soon enough on the target, the maledict will do 0 damage.
That's right. But even Oracle's Q, where's the W? The Fate's Edict, the root that will dispel.
Yeah. In lane, you can dispel. You just anytime the Venomancer gets a Gale off, you can just dispel whoever got hit with it. That's for sure.
Let's see, nope.
Are we thinking that's a 3 Veno right now? Because that might be a 5 Witch Doctor, 4 Veno, and a 2 Wind Ranger, or pause 1 Wind Ranger recently.
Yeah.
There's a pause 1. Never mind. I say that, and I saw a mid jug the other day. So
yeah, that could very either Veno or Wind could take the core for off lane.
Okay, so I still think Blink Squad's fairly squishy. They have no stable heroes to fight around. Jug comes in and out of fights very fast. Wind Ranger comes in and out of fights very fast. Veno doesn't go in and out of fights very fast, but is just like you have to commit hard on me.
Yeah, he can make taking a fight difficult, but he's not necessarily going to
stay alive during a fight.
claim the ground as they move forward.
Yes. And then Witch Doctor is super squishy. So I mean, I just see a lot of easy Spirit Breaker targets, to be honest. Because the best thing about Spirit Breaker is I can punish you for being squishy and alone. Because if you're alone and you're tanky, your teammates will show up before I can finish killing you off, and then my charge was maybe a bad idea. Whereas these other heroes, just Spirit Breaker plus 1 more can kill everyone we see here, except for maybe Juggernaut, depending on... I don't think Oracle can kill the Juggernaut, but maybe the Medusa and the Spirit Breaker, or the Brewmaster and the Spirit Breaker.
Mm-hmm. I love the Spirit Breaker ult, too, against Jug Spin, if he's using Spin to escape from a fight, or if he's doing the Spin TP, and then Spirit Breaker says, Pierce BKB, raw, and push him back in.
Greater Bash is also just a bash, right? So
that's true.
You can charge past the Jug. I don't think you can charge the Jug while spinning, but I think you can just right-click him or charge through him.
Well, with how magic immunity works now, can you charge immune, but can you still target magic immune?
Good question. You should be able to still target him.
I haven't fully explored the new magic immunity.
Spirit Breaker might be just that good now.
I know Spirit Breaker has been going up in the stonks, so to speak.
All right, so we got our lawful Medusa. We got our very chaotic Brewmaster and Spirit Breaker. Got a lawful Oracle. I still think I want someone to either follow up the Spirit Breaker damage, like someone very dive in, dive out, or I want someone very stable that Oracle can hang out with. Because right now it's just Oracle has to hang out with Medusa after a fight breaks out, right? Which might, because Oracle might right now will have to overextend to save the Spirit Breakers or the Brewmasters of the world. Someone that can deal with magic damage, like a Viper. Is Viper banned out?
Viper banned out on Slugcat's side.
They just banned it out, and I think they could have picked it, but I don't know if they're I don't know if they have any Viper players. Podge is the only other person with built-in magic immunity. There's like 3 people that have built-in magic resist. Because the Maelstrom, the Veno, and the Witch Doctor are going to be lots of magic hate early on, and those early fights, you want someone that's very resistant to that. So not a Necro, by the way. Let's be clear.
And it looks like Slugcats is still expecting a mid.
I think both teams... Oh, Slugcats is expecting a mid? That Winter Wyvern could be a mid, yeah. I think they're still missing a 3. The Slugcats is picking their mid right here, so I'm open for something... Like, I could go for a Void Spirit, someone that can dodge spells, or someone that has a shield. Which spirit has the magic spell absorb? Is that Flame or Void? One of them absorbs...
Physical.
Magic damage. One absorbs physical damage. I don't remember.
I don't play either of them to know.
And every time I think I have it figured out, I guess it wrong, and then I'm like, crap, my system was bad. I need to find a better system. Monkey. Monkey is a high armor hero. He is that follow up damage to the Spirit Breaker though, right? So Monkey's up in a tree, Spirit Breaker charges, wham bam, dead snake.
Yeah. Oracle still doesn't have good friends to hang out with. He's got to hang out with Brew then, right?
Well, you hang out with Brew until Brew goes, something split, and I don't know what he said. I don't remember what he says when he splits. He yells it, and I never have game sounds on loud enough to hear it, but I know he's saying something, and he says it so loud that I can hear it, which is saying something because I have my volume so low.
Sometimes he says, "There are three of me."
Yeah, so I mean that's the problem I usually have playing like a Jakiro or an Oracle or something around this Brewmaster is I feel safe, I feel like I'm with friends, and then Brewmaster splits and it's like, wait a second, he's diving and I'm all alone. What am I going to do now? So I'm hoping that in the mid and late game, Oracle just hangs out around Medusa all the game. Or, you go with Spirit Breaker and Monkey King and Brew on their gank squads, but I
Interesting.
don't know Link squads lineup. Matty Boy has played 3, right?
Matty Boy has played 3. He has played support.
It's Ogre or Veno as the 3.
Yeah. Interesting. I would love to see an effective Pause 3 Ogre with his new strength rework.
Okay. Pause 1 Ogre. Pause 3 Jug.
I don't know if is this a new Brewmaster skin that it has? I don't know that I've seen this one.
I have not seen it. No.
That is
I don't know where it came from either.
Fancy dancy with a tiger head and the big old belt.
I think Ogre wins it though because it's a pirate with like. For me, it's either the monkey's feather, but I don't like the rest of the costume, or Ogre.
Yeah, Pirate Ogre's pretty good. I like that. So you have monkey has a snake on his shoulder too, just all over his arm. I guess.
Yeah.
That's nice. Familiars are always nice.
I mean, I would be cool with the jug blade, but I don't know if I like the jug helm with it.
Yeah, this is the Arcana, I think.
Is all of that the Arcana?
No, it's the blue arm and chest. I don't think that's Arcana, but the sword and the split helmet, and you see the dragon kind of flying around him.
That's a lot. Yeah, and Arcana actually leveled up. That'd be nice.
All right, Blink Squad Radiant and PVC Pipe. No hats on Oracle. Sad trombone. Wah, wah. Opening items. No smoke.
No smokes?
No smokes, unless it's on the courier.
They think they've been scouted, so they have to change their plan.
Well, hats off to them for doing something different.
I would say every support has a blood grenade, but that's not true. PVC Pipe does not have one, and Vit does have one. So 2 per team. Are there only 2 in the inventory at the beginning?
I don't know that that's true. Maybe.
So I was misreading blood grenade wrong this whole time. I did not realize that it gave you plus 50 health. I thought it just cost you health to use.
It gives 50 health? I thought it cost health too. I thought that's why the cost was in red.
It costs 75 health, but it has plus 50 health baseline.
Oh yes, that's right.
I may have misread that. Also, I feel like they increased the cost of blood grenade. Wasn't it 50 health to spend it? I'm so confused now. Either way, it's a much better item than I gave it credit for.
We have Blink Squad make an invasion. They're going to find Space Cow. I don't think
Slowing
Space
him
Cow's going
down.
to care. Space Cow doing his taunt. And we will go 2-2.
So mid Medusa and one monkey.
Last it's nice. All right.
Block cam bottom. Oh, do you want bottom or top?
I'll take top.
Okay. Trying something new, guys.
Medusa mid. Wind Ranger mid. And here's the big reveal. Wah. Yes, we have split cameras.
The is it Ogre 3 or Veno 3? I didn't check.
Ogre is he's got a glove. Yeah, I think that and a bunch. Yeah, Ogre is 3.
Okay. 3 Ogre. That's fair. I don't think that's the right call. I have a couple friends that have tried out the 3 Ogre and it has not been successful. And these are competent players that I trust to do it. Don't get me wrong, I still want to play Pause 3 Ogre, but it's just more a more rich Pause 4 Ogre. There's not really much more he can add. Like he's not more enabled with the cash per se.
He's still a big spellcaster.
He's still a big tanky support. He doesn't scale that much more with gold.
PVC Pipe doing a good job saving his Dispel for every time Monkey gets poison on him. He's still super low, though. And Monkey goes down.
I mean, that's a very aggro lane. Ignite. Was it Ignite level 1? Yeah, it was Ignite and Venomous Gale. So, you have to Dispel that immediately.
I think he thought, I'm going to get these Jungo stacks, and I'm going to lifesteal, and I'm going to push forward. And instead, he just had too much damage going off.
I may have played a game recently with a Pause 1 that I could not leave alone in lane for more than 5 seconds because he would just go up to the so right now where Monkey and Oracle are at, that is way too far forward.
Yeah, there hasn't been any effort to pull this lane back.
Yeah.
Monkey got some life stealing, but he's still taking a lot of he's going to die again.
Yeah.
He's got poison on him. If he gets Oof.
I mean, there's a reason that the safe lane is safe. It's because you fight under your tower and you get regen and armor. It is not safe when you're under the enemy tower. That is now the danger lane.
Both of these camps are blocked. The hard camp blocked by Dire, the easy camp blocked by Radiant, and PVC.
Right. So what that means is
now?
Your carry needs to walk back to the tower and sit there.
We have
not die.
Our carry doing the walk of shame right now.
Kill bottom, and Spirit Breaker is TPing out safely. We have a Brewmaster that is out of mana. There's no good mana regen in this game right now.
It's tough. I guess I was going Bassy a lot before the Dota 3 patch.
Yeah.
But if there was ever a reason to go Bassy, it's
now.
Yeah.
I love being able to be a Spirit Breaker. You can just TP home and charge back the lane. Does not look like he brought any mana for his teammate, but maybe he uses the Lotus on him. I don't think JJ Knock knows that you can use the Lotus on allies like a mango. Mid looks pretty even. They're both farming.
Yep.
Very similar.
Pretty stagnant.
Wind Ranger's winning, but Medusa's stacking camps, so it'll even out.
Yeah, once she gets another point in split shot, she'll clear those out real nice.
Yeah, JJ Knock, if you're listening, Healing Lotus. Use it on Vit. All right, big fight brewing up here. Coconut did not hit both of them, but they're both Maledict in a spin. Both teams walk away. I don't know which team. I think Radiant's going to come out ahead because they have Healing Ward. Yeah.
This monkey caught in a stun and full of poisons dots. Oh, he gets a big boundless strike lifesteal, but then they just take all his health again.
He just ticks down.
Yeah.
I mean, at this point, do you buy a cloak? Do you buy raindrops?
I mean, raindrops aren't so good on the dots. They'll help a little bit. He did get a shared kill on Venno before he died.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta find a way to tank up and heal up. So you either gotta be buying a salve, and just every time they double dot you, walk under tower, wait for them to clear off, and then heal up. But
Oracle is level 4, so he can do a Fate's Edict and then a couple of Purifying Flames. That is if he has the mana.
There is a mile of creeps underneath this bottom tower. Hopefully, but they pulled the catapult, so I don't know what Dyer's plan is here. Coconut on the brew, Maledict and spin. I think Brewmaster might die. Nah, he should live. He'll be close.
Oh, Monkey King. These stacks aren't worth it. You've got a lifesteal, but yeah, they're just gonna turn around and hit you.
It looks like both off lanes are winning it.
This time it wasn't even a shared kill on Poison Face Venomancer.
I mean, just look at the last hits on Monkey. It's just, it's so low right now.
Yeah, they're banking on a Medusa carry.
Yeah, I mean, it's about to be pause for Monkey at this point. Like, you gotta find a way to recover. Oh, okay. So much fighting down bottom. Spin, no Maledict, so spin's kind of wasted. Maledict misses. Sometimes I think people panic when their teammate gets gone on, or they get gone on. They're like, "Oh, I'm just gonna cast all my spells because I'm gonna get gone on." You know, it's still better to wait for your teammate to show up, try to save you, and then cast your spells. Or in the case of this jug, it was, "Hey, just go hit them and then wait for the Maledict and then spin." Both teams getting their own wisdom room. Looks like neither safe lane has successfully pulled the lane to where it should be.
Ogre is getting chased down without Venno support. He does retreat under the tower. While Venno went to go pick up his wisdom rune.
We're about to hit 8 minutes. I'm switching over to Zinethworth mid. I don't even think they're hitting each other. They're just like, hey, you want farm, I want farm.
Let's draw a truce line right in the middle of the map here. Oh, look, they did it for us. It's a river.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Wind Ranger.
Do you see this Witch Doctor top through the portal?
Meanwhile, Jug's getting gone on bottom, so
Maledict on Monkey, and Monkey dies again. Do they get the return kill on Jug?
May have had a game with a pause 4 player recently that the timing on your rotates is very important.
Yeah, Space Cow taking damage and goes down as well. The 3 dive under the tower. Can Monkey King get a cleanup on this Venno, who's very, very low?
I don't know if there's anything to clean up. Everyone's at fairly high health. I say that as Venno just got... Yeah, this is not worth your life. This is...
Oh, no.
Oh, you got the kill, but it wasn't worth it, because now you have Walk of Shame.
It wasn't
no money.
It wasn't Monkey's kill. Oracle picked him up with the flames.
So we have an Oracle pause 1 and a Monkey pause 5. Let's check. They are the same net worth.
Ouch.
So pause 1 Medusa, pause 2 Brewmaster, and pause 4 Oracle and 4 Monkey.
Vanguard on the Ogre and Midas queued up. This in that last altercation with the...
three bounty runes picked up bottom because there's been so much fighting. No one's had time.
Oh
to
no!
Go.
Oh no! Ouch!
What's going on? Where?
I'm just looking at all the bounties that Ogre picked up.
Oh, okay. Oh, Ogre picked up 3. Oh, didn't Space Cow pick up 3 too?
Oh, did that just happen bottom too? That's what you're saying?
Yeah, I was talking about bot lane. Okay, yeah, this is fine.
Oh, that's so funny.
That's hilarious. 9 minutes, guys. That's the new meta. Don't pick up bounties until 9 minutes, and then get test them.
Okay, our landing has broken down. I'm going to switch back to just the Megamat camera.
Excellent.
So we have, is this our first split?
This is the first split, and it's the first tower dive with the split. That is the Vit special.
He throws up the jug in the air, and Witch Doctor, you are so low. Do we have another charge? 7 seconds on the charge.
Maledict? No, there's an Omni Slash.
Oh, Omni Slash takes Vit. Space Cow hides in the trees and TP's away. Yeah, he doesn't want to charge Witch Doctor into the tower.
Oh, he's actually TPing into a fight.
Oh, big stuff going on top. Are they going to get the Ogre? Monkey's going to die again after Oracle kills the Monkey.
Still pods for split between Monkey and Oracle.
Not a lot of mana on Oracle, otherwise they would easily chase down. Wind Ranger top. That's not going to feel good for Oracle. Yeah, he thought he was going to get a kill.
Maledict on Cow, but no good coconuts. Oracle's dead. Cow has no TP, hiding in the tree line, but he does have a charge if he pops his stick that he does not own. Check.
This is going to be a real tough game for Slugcats until that Medusa comes online at, 30 minutes? Oh, they find...
Oh, JJ knock. I don't know if it was worth the JJ knock.
I think he just thought, I'm going to cancel that.
That was not worth it. It was funny.
A TP versus your life.
No way worth it. I'm pretty sure Venom was like, hey guys, he's right here. If he touches me, like, I ain't gonna cancel this, but I don't even know if Maddie saw him until the charge.
Yeah. I'm surprised that JJ could see him.
Well, I think nighttime, the Spirit Breaker has increased night vision or some crap like that. Nope, that's level 10. Does he have base increased night vision somewhere?
I do not know.
I was told that's the case. I just don't see it anywhere.
Charge on Spirit Breaker. Monkey's chasing her down. Oracle wants to get his root off. It looks like he already did. And she's out of mana. She's faster than Spirit Cow. Yeah, she's going to be fine. JJ may not be, though. He's got a Maledict. Oh, no.
Pop goes
Bam. Yeah, good ultimate by Witch Doctor.
Okay, so I was having this discussion with myself as, one of those, eureka moments, just bathroom thoughts is like, you know what? If you lose all 3 lanes, your strategy is easy. Back up, try to survive, force them into bad positions. If you win all 3 lanes, your strategy is easy. Just push, never let up the pressure. But what happens in the 2-1 splits, or in this case, the 1-1 split? Because mid lane was dead even.
Yeah, pretty tie.
And then both off lanes were dominating. I say dominating. I would say Radiant probably had a little more domination because it was all on the Monkey.
Right.
Whereas it was pretty evenly split between the Brew and the Spirit Breaker. Big fight top. I don't know if this is good for either team.
Monkey's got the jungle off.
I can't tell if he's dead or alive because Oracle ult is glowing. He's dead.
Yeah, it's pretty glow. Oh, saved him at the last minute.
I see that. There's that one YouTuber that had this video. I forever will never trust the glowy again.
You know what it was? The Monkey King symbol was over top of the Oracle symbol. So when the Oracle symbol was glowing, you could see it, and then the Oracle symbol stopped glowing, but the Jingu symbol was there, so it looked like the Oracle symbol was still glowing.
I've seen how buggy that Oracle symbol.
We've got the tape. We can take a look. We won't, but
not. Yeah, I mean, I might some point next week. You don't know. All right, so that ended up being a good fight for Dire. What was that? 2 kills?
Yeah, they got the Wind Ranger and the Ogre.
They got 3. They got the 2, the 5, and the 3.
Oh yeah, they got.
And the 3. 2 cores and a support. Yep. Pretty good swing. Dire still has the gold lead. I mean, Radiant still has a gold lead. Monkey did get shot in the trees. The tree did not get shot down, though.
Yeah,
so
that was really close to... I don't know how that didn't get the tree. It hit him, but not the tree.
Yeah. Is there a way to make your power shot wider?
I think that was with the... was it about a year ago, patches, they had what I like to call the green patch, where they made the tree respawn time from 5 minutes to 3 minutes, and they made all of the tree cutting spells a lot more conservative,
Oh,
where
okay.
it used to be a really wide swath of tree cutting. Oh, Monkey King
So
thought he had it in the bag there, and they just all turned on him.
remember what I said during the draft? Hey, we need a tanky hero that can handle spells. Monkey King cannot handle spells.
He
Everything about Monkey's kit is about handling man-to-man fights. He wants to be in melee range, so he wants you to be meleeing him. He because he'll always win the 1v1 there. His ult gives armor, so he wants physical damage, and his what's his I become an animal thing. Mischief. Mischief stops an attack, and taking damage breaks it. So dots will tick it, do full damage, and you'll lose it. So, Brew's trying to solo. Space Cow's coming in too. I don't know.
mean, it's not solo anymore. It was 4 versus 1, and then he split, and then it was 4 versus 4.
Yeah.
Because he's got the purple one now too.
Monkey's
Monkey King
not
jumps
fighting
in.
for him. Why are you here, Monkey?
He takes a full face of the Witch Doctor ult, or Oracle keeping him alive, mixed with the life steal with Jingo.
That looks like a Jingo gold this time. Yeah, yeah.
Jug joins the fight, throws down an Omni, killing JJ. They turn on him.
5 and 60 minutes. Jug walking away. Ogre doing the slows. Disengage. 2 for 1.
Nice job, Ogre, saving your core. Oh, but Wind Ranger and Venom still on top here, harassing. More than harassing. Her killing. Medusa joins the fight with her ultimate too. She's got the Manta, can purge off some of that. Space Cow.
Too, so she's not in any trouble. I would still kind of maybe pop it now. I don't know. Once you get to the full stick and you're gonna get any value out of it, maybe you spend it.
Space Cow chases down the Ogre. Oh no, Witch Doctor comes. Who's gonna win this?
I don't know why Wind Ranger. Why is Wind Ranger fighting the Medusa still?
Yeah,
like,
Wind Ranger should have ran away.
Isn't the base movement speed like really slow, Medusa? 320.
I saw some pingage there on the Medusa after Wind Ranger died. Was that Wind Ranger saying, "Hey, 2 supports that just killed Space Cow.
Yeah.
Why didn't you come and save me too?" And the answer is because you're supposed to save yourself, Wind Ranger, by running away. You cannot man fight that Medusa alone.
So there's still a 3K lead for Radiant, but Medusa is 3K ahead of Jug. So all of the net worth on Dire is in one spot.
Smoke goes down. It's the Witch Doctor alone, Smoke.
I don't know. I'm pretty sure Venom was Smoke too. It just popped on the behind the Oracle. Charge canceled.
Nope.
So, yeah, you really got to make a decision with this monkey. Either he farms and becomes a core, or he is now a support and he accepts his fate.
You know, with how he's been running into fights, I think he's farming bottom alone.
Yeah. There's a split with the Medusa. Medusa running in.
I don't know, threw Wind Ranger up in the air.
Okay, so there's 20 charge stick. Yeah, can we pop it and then get it charging again for the fight and then pop it again? Yeah, that'd be great. All right, monkey ult down.
Nice monkey ult.
Hit on the bound list.
This is turning out fairly poorly.
Oh
wow. I feel like
3 for 3.
A lot of heroes just barely went very
Wind
low.
Ranger is still like, dude, we can kill Medusa. We can kill Medusa. No, just walk away, Wind Ranger. It's okay.
Oracle 4 seconds from his route, baiting in the Wind Ranger maybe. Oracle's route does not disarm, and so that's no counter for the Wind Ranger. Oh, one more purifying flames, one more route, one space cow charge.
Oh, dude, the wards are still there, guys.
Oh. Just look at this route. This route's going across the map. Bam, bam. Oh, rooted.
So, I think it's okay that Jug went in. Jug has Battle Fury. I don't think he had Diffusal for that last fight. I'm not 100% sure. I didn't think I saw it, but
Oh, he's certainly been contributing.
yeah, I think. But he did his role right. He came in, used all his spells, and then walked away.
Mhm.
And that's what a carry should be doing at this point in the game. Is either, hey guys, I'm not fighting at all, or hey, I'm only here to cast my big spells and I'm walking out.
Mhm.
I'm here to farm. I'm supposed to scale into the late game. That is my sole purpose in life.
He says, "Oh, I will farm in the neighborhood of your fights, or if you're fighting in the neighborhood of my farm, I will come in
Yes,
Omni
I'm
slash
wrestling out of the way.
the poor Oracle who's running away from the fight."
I will farm big creeps if you provide them and bring them to me. But big creeps called Oracle.
Diffusal on Wind Ranger as well.
Yeah, Wind Ranger. That was her first item. Was Diffusal. She did not go Javelin first. She went Diffusal first. Which I get it, but I would have still gone Maelstrom first, farmed up all the enemy heroes, then picked up Diffusal second, and then that way you can kill Medusa. So I think there was a little bit of itemization snafu there.
4-man smoke on Radiant. Nice stun on Wind Ranger, stopping the ultimate for a second, giving Radiant time to come in here.
Radiant is going to get a couple kills. Can he kill this Brew? You do have Spin and Battle Fury. Spirit Panda is invisible, walking away. Okay, so Spirit Panda gets away. Will be the last one alive. Monkey thinks he's strong, but he does have Medusa behind him.
Omni slash down at the same time as Medusa ult.
Monkey's going to guide to a Maledict here.
And Medusa's going to get 1 kill.
So 3 for 3. I don't know who's winning in these because every time after a fight it's 3k lead for Radiant, 3k lead for Medusa.
Yeah. If anyone's winning, Jug died in that fight. So because Jug died and Medusa lived, it's
Jug didn't die.
Jug didn't die?
I'm pretty sure he didn't die. Let me double check here.
Well, they had 3 dead.
Yeah, so
it was
Darth
Wind Ranger.
Cherry.
Okay.
Wind Ranger. So Wind Ranger's been soaking up deaths for Raid.
Okay, well.
If we look at the scoreboard here, Jug has not died at all. Matty Boy has died 7 times, but that's a Venomancer. And Monkey King has died 11. 11 out of 20 deaths for Dire have been Monkey.
Oof. You're right. So those even fights, I think, go to...
I think they go to Medusa.
Yeah, because she's stretching this out. So long as she does not die in the fight, I think it goes to her.
Once Medusa gets 7 slotted, though, it's going to be Radiant favored after that until Brewmaster and Monkey come back online. Because right now, Brew and Monkey are on the bottom of the food chain when it comes to cores.
3 guys catch this Witch Doctor. 4 guys catch this Witch Doctor.
4 guys for a Witch Doctor. I'm happy as a Witch Doctor. Because I've got 3 heroes farming and a Wind Ranger she does not want to leave up the pressure on the Seducer. I think that's a mistake. I don't know.
I'm being on the map and getting charged away. I think is the evasion enough? Yeah, evasion's enough.
Spirit Breaker gets another charge. No, she's the
Spirit Breaker ult is down.
Yeah, Wind Ranger might be dead.
Follow up route. And this gives Ogre and Jug a chance to come in. Omni Slash going to go down? Nope. He says, sorry, Wind Ranger.
I think if I have critique moment here, Monkey is feeding and Wind Ranger is being way too aggressive. Yes. I'm going to say feeding, fighting when you don't, like, so the whole thing's about carries. People are like, oh, carries are strong. No, carries are weak. That's why they're called a carry.
Right.
It's not that they carry you, it's they get carried. And then they return the favor later, right?
They need to be given their incubation period.
Yes, they are a butterfly. They're an ugly, ugly caterpillar, and then a cocoon, and then a monster. Mothzilla? They're Mothzilla.
So here we have the turret of Dusa sitting on this lane, and Dire was smoked here. Monkey in the trees casts his ult. Wind Ranger.
Just tunnel vision on the Medusa for some reason, and I don't get it.
His mid lane partner here.
Yeah, I think that is the lane effect. you have something to prove against the person you lane against, and mid players have the biggest egos. So I say as a pseudo mid.
Yeah, Oracle takes a face full of
great.
the Death Ward, but survives with his ult. Oh,
I think when Ranger died immediately, you had to walk away, guys.
yeah. This was not a good fight to
Bloodlust
stick
and Power is
around.
not doing enough damage for you right now to merit still being here.
Yeah,
You might
give
get
up.
the Brewmaster. I doubt it. Nope,
Oh.
Brewmaster's dead.
He almost got denied. So instead they lose this bottom tower. Well, I guess since they got two kills, so they're only going to lose the tower.
I think they still lost the tower. The tower is so low, and they have so many people dead on Radiant.
Yeah.
I mean, that was a fight thrown by Wind Ranger 100%. And the problem is, when that happens, everyone's assessment of the fight needs to reset and immediately say, okay, we can't fight anymore. And it's okay. Like, Wind Ranger got tunnel visioned, made a mistake. It's okay, move on, lose the fight, walk away, maybe defend the tower a lot safer. But they committed too much to that fight, and then it just.
And this is a fight both teams were prepared for too. Both teams were smoked up and well positioned for. They had I don't know if they had seen or just well telegraphed had seen the other team telegraph the fight.
But enough people showed in lanes and on wards that everyone knew what was happening. And as you can see, there are several observer boards still on the map. It is so hard to clear observers in the current state.
I know it. I need to watch videos and tapes and look at the warding meta. But even if there's still so many places, even if you know the common places, there's enough uncommon ones as well that.
I think the best thing to do is any game you lost, go back and watch the replay and just really quickly breeze through it, or go look at strats and just slide the timer on the wards. Because while it's fresh in your mind, just go back and think of like, okay, do I remember this fight? Do I remember this ward? Oh, okay, yeah. That's why we lost this fight.
Hey, Suk, I've got a question for you.
Huh?
What does your screen see right now?
Wind Ranger?
Let's check. We have the Suk cam.
Is this our first time you switched to it? That's fair. That's fair. I was looking around at wards earlier. Now I'm not really doing anything.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll switch away from the Suk cam.
Well, when I start talking about wards, we can go to the Suk cam. The traffic cam.
Thanks for checking in, Suk traffic cam. Transition back to the Mega Mat cam, which is now not looking at anything because
there's going to be a lot of traffic in the top jungle today, guys. Both teams have vision here.
Stay clear of the jungle. You'll want to stick to lanes.
Lanes. Oh, I can make something out of it. We'll try it. All right, neither team wants to fight. I think both. I don't know. Radiant was a little disheartened with that bottom fight. They might be a little bit of infighting. And Medusa's feeling kind of strong, but not enough to be like, hey, guys, I want to be super, super safe.
Well, strong enough to tickle this Roche.
Well, the Roche... No, it doesn't move yet. Okay.
They've got a couple minutes on that.
The dangerous thing is to put your illusions on the lane right next to Roche. I guess she sent it jungle. Never mind. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But everyone knows where everyone is because there's so many observer wards.
They just tickled the Roche. They backed up.
Yeah, they saw everyone saw each other moving in. Like,
okay. Maybe they can tempt Radiant into walking into Roche and they can come back because it looks like they retreated, but only half retreated. Interesting.
Well, they still want Roche, but they're scared to fight. The only person not scared to fight is Medusa because she has half the team's net worth.
Yeah, that Scotty. Oh, she's got Ags as well.
Okay, there's the Wind Ranger dead again. Wind Ranger is frontlining instead of the Ogre. You have a pause 3 Ogre that is not in the front.
Monkey jumps right in.
How Ogre is just... A pause 3 Ogre is just a really tanky pause 4. So...
What's he got? He's got Sanj and Yasha. He's got Crimson Guard.
It's like an Underlord without a root. Or without a teleport. Or without auras. Right? It's just...
Yeah,
I'm a big power.
Those 3 kills make Roche super safe now.
Yeah.
Good restraint on them, not just running in and taking it, realizing to back out and take a fight. Again, that was a fight started by Wind Ranger being up forward and getting caught out by the Medusa snake,
Right. But,
Mystic Snake
so,
upgrade.
But the bottom lane one, Wind Ranger was like, Leroy Medusa. But this top one was hey, I'm in the area farming, but we don't have a +3. And I don't think Wind Ranger realized, like...
Oh no, they didn't catch Roche before he teleported.
Where did Oracle die to? The Roche running?
No, Oracle was down here. Do you see this Venno ward on the left side of the map?
Okay. Yeah.
He was down there. I don't know if he went to try and take the
Wisdom
rune, or maybe he was just being a scout, but he was crossing the river there and found their team. So if he was scouting, good job. You found them.
Sometimes it's best not to use your body as your eyeballs. I got my 10-minute warning that I got to step away for a bit.
Okay. I will not switch to your camera.
That's fair.
So with Monkey King with the Aegis, well, I guess, what does he have for items? Deso, BKB, yeah, he's certainly survived well in that last fight.
So why give it to the monkey? If he commits his ultimate and then dies, what is he going to contribute to the fight?
I mean, he's got that Deso. He can slap around.
Right, but he's got BKB and ultimate. So, I don't know. When you have a Medusa, Medusa is impossible to kill with an Aegis.
She's got her ultimate, but she contributes so long as she's firing her arrows.
Yeah.
Especially the Scotty arrows.
She reses and snakes and split shots again. She's like a Wraith King on her res. In my opinion. Because the Wraith King, the problem with the Wraith King, you kill him, you're like, crap, do we sit around and try to kill him again and die? Or do we walk away and not get anything out of this? Yeah. I feel like Medusa feels exactly the same way. Cool, we killed her once, guys, but we're all out of spells and we're all near death. Can we just walk away, please? And then no one walks away and everyone dies again. I don't know. We'll see how it goes.
Well, Monkey, aware of his Aegis status and getting ready to... Well, he life steals it in. They're chasing past... These pandas chasing past the tier 2.
I mean, we just got to look at this. 4 people alive on Radiant. Which one's dead? Wind Ranger hasn't had a new item since probably 12 minutes. Great Omni Slash. Battle Fury Omni Slashes when they're all grouped up.
Oh, wow.
So tasty.
Yeah.
So tasty. Monkey's rising.
Let's see what he does. He pops his BKB right out of it. He uses his L.
Are we going to get the jug because of it? I don't know if we're going to get the jug because of it. It's just, now we walk away. I mean, sure, if Medusa had Aegis, nothing would be different here either, but Monkey is probably going to die because he's like, I got to stay in my ult, guys.
Why? Yeah. He should have used his ult to jump into a tree.
So, yes, I'm going to go back to my original assessment. Medusa should have the Aegis instead of that Healing Lotus right now. Also, why do cores hold these Healing Lotuses? I don't get it. Can you explain that one to me?
You know how if you have 3 lotuses, they combine to a greater lotus? Or a great lotus, and then...
3 lotuses, greater lotuses turn into Mega 1, and a Mega 1 plus a cheese equals, some buff.
Are they hoping for that, maybe? Or can even enough great lotuses turn into a cheese itself? Or does it have to be combined with a cheese?
Either way, why does your core have it instead of an item, whereas your supports are running around with empty slots? Look at Spirit Breaker, look at Oracle. Oracle doesn't have empty slots. Spirit Breaker does, because JJ Knock refuses to buy Ward.
Oh, that's not fair.
Charge, good charge. Wind Ranger's on the front line, but backing up. Ogre took a lot more heat this time, and the fight goes a lot better. Nice.
Did Oracle get a root off? Oh, you got to save off. Oh, nice catch on this Venno.
Venno might die. He does have mana for his ult. Does he choose to do it? No, he does his other buttons.
No one jumping in to save.
Yeah, you're not... You can just pretend like you're running teammates, but I think the enemy team knows you have no teammates.
Is Jug's thinking about coming back in? No. Omni is up now. Yeah,
I
this
mean,
this is going in the favor of Dyer, but Jug is definitely still no slouch in this fight.
right. All right. So, what's your thought process on how support items, be that observers, wards, and dusts and smokes, or like force staffs and glimmer capes, should be distributed amongst the pos 4 and pos 5?
Certainly, the support consumables, like the wards and the smokes, should be even. I'm also not opposed to a pos 3 buying a smoke, in especially in less coordinated pub games. As far as the classic support items of Glimmer, Force types of things, I will only get it if it makes sense. I
Right.
I'm not opposed to two supports getting it. Oh, look at this. Two.
Double kill.
They thought they were
That
safe by the tower. Yeah.
Root into stun into squishies go bye bye. So Wind Ranger is now a support, and Monkey is now a core.
Hooray!
Like, look at Wind Ranger. Wind Ranger is considering at how high Wind Ranger was at one point, she's just lost a lot of the wind from her sails. She's been holding on to,
she is now just Ranger, having lost the wind.
I didn't follow what I said. It took me like 5 seconds to figure out what you're talking about.
Yeah, so they are. I think they just stand behind their Medusa. Let her. JJ's trying
I don't
to.
want to drive in the tower. Well, so Vit popped his ult as an initiation, which means the Spirit Breaker charges in, which means the Radiant runs away, which means the fight is now happening under the tower.
Yeah,
Instead, what I'd like to see is Medusa just sits there hitting the tower. Everyone else just says, "You got this, Medusa," and then as soon as Radiant commits on the Medusa,
then everyone jumps in to save her. Yeah, because here they all start running away, and Medusa, the slow snake lady, is the one that's going to catch the brunt of that.
Yeah. Instead, we could have a
Oracle saving Medusa instead of Oracle saving Monkey King. There, they are going to catch Oracle as well, and Vit runs away, having been glimmered.
Yeah. So, I mean, I'm going to point this out because I don't think JJ Knock was doing this at the beginning of the league, but having seen his games the last couple of weeks, I feel like he's buying less and less wards and smokes. And for me, smokes, the main priority is on the pos 4. Pos 5 can pick him up, great. Pos 3 can pick him up, that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Observer wards should be split evenly, and cores should be picking up observer wards if they are any sort of initiation or farming. Like, anyone can pick up an observer ward. That's fine. And the later the game goes, the more you need a core to place an observer ward anyway, right?
Yeah.
As a support,
you don't want to be you wander alone, you get killed and then yelled at.
Yeah. So I am actually very happy with cores picking up observer wards. They don't have to place sentries. I'm fine with that. Just place an observer ward. The later the game goes on, the more a core has to do it, or someone that's invis, because it's so much harder for me to ward anywhere alone as a support. So observer wards, I think, yeah. Anyway, but sentries, the pos 4 should always have a sentry on them or a dust. They should ideally have a couple sentries because your pos 4 and pos 5, between the two of them, should be spreading across the map, covering all the warding duties. But if you just only let your pos 5 do it, then half of the job will be done. Even no matter how good the pos 5 is, they can't be in two places at once, which is the whole point of having two people carry wards.
Especially if you're a sacrificial pos 5 and you spend a significant portion of the game dead, then
wards just won't happen for your team.
Yeah, you cannot ward while you are dead.
So you get half the wards done, even maybe less than that, if you only let your pos 5 do.
Now, I used to be of the opinion that I had to get one, either Glimmer or Force, every single game, every single support time.
Yeah.
And just so that I could tick the box and say, I good support. I got item. But I am
Move away
confident
from that.
enough in my gameplay that I'll get a glimmer to help defend me against a Zeus or some other magic damage Veno ogre game. Absolutely.
Yeah. There could be 3 Glimmer Capes in this game, and I would not be upset about it.
Or Oracle Glimmer is an excellent item because you ult and then glimmer someone, or you want to be so off the
them
map.
and Purifying Flames them. Yeah.
You glimmer yourself so that you can be better positioned in fights.
Yeah, Oracle needs all these items to stay alive, and it's okay if her teammates have these similar items to keep Oracle alive.
But I'm no longer of the opinion that every support needs to auto buy.
Yeah, there's some games I see no 4 staffs, no Glimmer Capes, and there's some games I see 4 staffs, and that means at least 2 cores picked them up. So like these items, you should have a purpose for them for sure.
Are they charging to the Tormentor?
Healing Rain. I'm probably gonna have to go like any second now. So, when I walk away, I'm gonna have to make a prediction.
It's been back and forth. Dire charges the base, loses the fight, and then loses the tower. So, if that keeps happening, it's going to go in the favor of Radiant. But
I think Dire wins if they don't fail the next high ground push.
Mm-hmm.
And fail the next high ground push, I mean, what they need to do is what we discussed before. Medusa sits at low ground, hitting the tower. Everyone else just hangs out behind her, says, "Hey, how was that Mets game?" Kind of, they're just simply sitting there BS and waiting for Medusa to get initiated up.
Brewmaster saves his spells for counter initiation. Oracle saves his saves for Medusa. Monkey King sitting in the tree.
Hiding in a tree. Yep. Ready to as soon as the initiation happens, Monkey's your instant stun, and then he goes into his ult. Oracle saves anyone that's about to die. And Brew takes that initiation time from Monkey to turn into his pandas of death, and suddenly the game is that fight's wide open for Dire.
I will let you know when you come back if that happened or not.
Yeah, that's fair. And then if they fail that first, then I think any fights out in the open are always going to be Radiant favored. They've just got so much better disengage and tankiness and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. The Wind Ranger it's hard for me to evaluate Wind Ranger now because I think she got her Lincoln Sphere. And that's prevent the charges.
I mean,
imagine if she had that 25 minutes.
Yeah, charge has been one of the ways that she's been being caught, but she's also been caught by the root and the snake. Thanks, man. We have Dire jumping into this Roche, and that's going to go fairly uncontested. Spirit Breaker coming through the trees, looking for maybe anybody who might be coming in the back roads. We have an Aegis and a Cheese going to Medusa this time. This is the right choice. Cheese going to Monkey King. Which, I mean, he's got his lifesteal. If he gets his Django stacks and then throws down his Boundless Strike, that can give him an extra life. Then the Cheese can give him another extra life. He does have BKB, so he can use that to make sure that he's not totally CC'd out from the Ogre stuns and the Wind Ranger stun and the casks. Does Ogre have Ags? Ogre does not have Ags. I know one of the best things about Ogre is his stun. Ags doubles that, and you can pretty much have 100% uptime on stuns. Okay, we are getting ready for this for this high ground push again. It looks like Medusa kind of halfway pushed with her Manta, Monkey sitting in the trees, Vit waiting behind. And Medusa, you have the Aegis. You need to sit here and be be the power base. This high ground push. Caught by the wind. Vitruvius splits. Is this fight started before they don't want to? Good job keeping the trigger, keeping your finger off the trigger. Monkey King not jumping in to immediately save his pandas. Now the Medusa ult is down. Both teams just a little bit timid. I think Radiant knows that should this high ground push go well. As Dire retreats, Wind Ranger with that Ags Gale. That's a great tool. Jug coming in. He's Omni Slash down. They do catch Wind Ranger. Can they run? Oh, getting bashed. This Juggernaut being bashed awake. He's stone gazed. That ult. I think that's it. That's it. That catch on the Juggernaut. That was a really good counter initiate on the way of Radiant. But I think that was just too much. Monkey King not getting his cheese off. His BKB was down. But Medusa still has her Ags. Buyback on Jug. Buyback on Veno. Buyback on Witch Doctor. With the 4 buybacks, we still have Aegis on Medusa. And I think she's just dishing out too much damage. Still another 60 seconds before Omni Slash. And they're doing a good job keeping him at bay. This Spirit Breaker, he wants to run back in. He's got this shield. What's the shield from? I don't know, but the shield's gone now. He needs to wait for his health to go back up before he can come back in. He does have Supercharge with Ags. Planar Pocket. What the heck is that? Barathrum distorts the fabric of planar space, increasing his own magic resistance and redirecting the first targeted enemy hero spell in a radius towards him. Is that like a Lincoln Sphere or a Lotus Orb? Okay, so it's the Bulldoze is status resist, and then I suppose Planar Pocket is extra magic resist. Okay, so that's pretty neat. Status resist with a Lotus Orb. Is that where the shield came from? Effect ends when the first spell is redirected. Oh, interesting. So it's only magic resist until the Lotus pops. We have Radiant coming out to claim back their jungle. Dire surely knows they're there with... Does Dire know they're there? Yep, with the Observer here on the cliff and the outpost being taken back. Oh. Yeah, so this Jug is a force to be reckoned with, but he is falling more and more behind this Medusa as the time ticks on. Also, Monkey King catching up and being a serious core. This Wind Ranger definitely adding a lot more contribution to the fight with her Gale Force that definitely helped with their counter initiate as Dire was attempting to retreat off that last fight, and the Glepnir definitely causing a lot of grief to this team if it's not dealt with. She can just Manta it off, but it's the rest of the team that can get caught and punished. You know, that is, as well as that high ground push went, they took a lot of net worth off it. They got 3 buybacks off the enemy team, but they did not take the racks. They took the tower, but no racks, and so I guess with that successful high ground push, what they took off of it was a significant net worth lead from those 3 buybacks and the couple of kills. And I think was our only death on the side of Slugcats, I think, was Monkey King. He's still holding on to this cheese, though. Matty Boy loses his courier to These Medusa illusions. Unfortunate. There's that Gale. It's going to catch. It's almost going to catch the Brewmaster. He is too drunken fast to be caught by a little bit of wind. I sure do love when I play Space Cow that I can be pushing every single lane at once and still be home in time for dinner. Still be home back to the fight in time for the fight to break out. That's got to be my favorite thing. I can push every wave. I can get massive net worth because I'm killing tons and tons of creeps. Is he going to charge back here? No, that would be unwise. Oh, he is charging back to this huge wave. Yeah, I even saw a next level strat one time where, as a core spirit breaker, he was using his courier to scout camps, give vision of jungle camps, so that he could charge from jungle camp to jungle camp to jungle camp, and then even had, I think, TP boots, so that he could just charge consistently, TP to base, refill his mana, charge, back out. I guess that's not as necessary late game. He doesn't have the same mana problems late game. Certainly early to mid game, Spirit Breaker does struggle with mana, and TP Boots is an option to deal with that. And here you see again, he went from top lane to mid lane to jungle, back to top lane again. And that really helps keep the pressure on this, on these Blink Squatters who have to be content to farm this just the lanes that come into their base. They did come out to reclaim their jungle, only to have it given up right away. And, geez, with a 20k net worth deficit, I don't see it to be a wise move to smoke out and try and take a fight. Oracle sitting here looking at the clock for when this Roche will come back up. The timer says Roche will respawn in 15 seconds. I always thought it was may respawn in 15 seconds. But unless the rules for Roche have changed. And Oracle scouts it immediately. Roche is back up with an Aghanim's Blessing and more cheese. Double damage down. Is it spotted? I think this is spotted. We have our double damage Space Cow, and I think he is strong enough with his Shadow Blade, with his level 25, and his Ags, and his Shard. It can be real tough for any one of these Radiant players to show on the map. If anyone is showing, he can immediately get the charge off. And again, just all the more reason for them to have to stay pinned in their base and watch this 20k net worth lead go to a 27k net worth lead. I guess a lot of that's wrapped up in Aghanim's Blessing. So what's that, like 6k just in that? So easily that Roche pickup is 6-7k in net worth. I think the cheese is worth 500. Plus, doesn't Roche give you a little bit of gold as well? 135 gold each, yeah. So from 20 to 27, 28k lead. And again, JJ here pushing out the top lanes, and still he can easily be back in time for any serious fight. Here we have the Aegis on Monkey this time. I really think that's a mistake. Yeah, Monkey dies, but you really want to keep alive is Medusa. So we'll see. Spirit Breaker up alone against Jug. I thought there was going to be a 1v1 there. Great stun by Wind Ranger. They're going to catch Monkey King at top. Blows the Aegis. He has a harpoon, which can certainly be fun to help catch some of these guys. But I think there's enough catch in his Boundless Strike. I guess it's an upgrade to his um, double whacker. What's the double whacker called? Echo Saber. And I feel like the active isn't that necessary. Again, this wind with the Glepnir. But then again, Vitruvius says, you know what, you want to keep me from retreating? Fine, I'll split, I'll come back. Um, but we really want to take these fights around Medusa. Medusa is the one dealing the damage. These pandas just kind of causing a little bit of pandemonium. Well, okay, okay, so maybe the pandas were just a distraction while Monkey King can kind of split up the team and take the fight. They have Jug. They've caught him with a stone. Oh, that. Do you have ultimate Space Cow? Ultimate. Oh, that could have been a Jug kill with the Space Cow ultimate. Instead, they're just keeping these things moved in. Oh, Wind Ranger buyback. Is he Wind Ranger casting all her spells and there's second life for Monkey King. Even with the BKB, that's not enough to keep all this physical damage away from the Wind Ranger. But you know what can keep the physical damage away? A whole bunch of arrows in the eye while you are stone gazed, or if not stone gazed, arrowed. And yeah, this you keep this Medusa alive. This Medusa fires all of her damage, and now you're focusing your bashes on this Jug. Very good. You ult him, and he's Medusa slated to die, but lives anyway. Rampage on the Medusa. Double rampage on the Medusa. And GG is called. Triple rampage on the Medusa as the clock was running out. Good game, Blink Squad. Good game, Slugcats. Nice job taking that deficit, taking that early stage struggles that the Monkey King had with his net worth. Struggle that. Yeah, I guess it was mostly Monkey King that was struggling. And that ogre just having trouble scaling as a core, and Wind Ranger falling behind and falling behind and falling behind. Meanwhile, as the clock ticks closer and closer to the hour mark, that Medusa just gets harder and harder to kill, and just pumps out so much damage with these items. Datalisk, Manta, Monkey King Bar to help with the evasion, and then Butterfly to get evasion of her own. I don't think anyone had a chance to get a Monkey King Bar to help deal with the Medusa. Looks like Jug had it queued up, but yeah. Really, you'd like to see that on the Wind Ranger, but she just having fallen so far behind, she had this good support. Glepnir's not a support item, but it does have that support root effect. And this would have been a great pickup for Ogre. Helping out, he went super mega tanky boy, and then Shiva's guard. Yeah, that's There was a time when things were very much looking to the side of Blink Squad. So good job on our home team Slugcats on learning how to on figuring out how to abuse that Wind Ranger who was putting herself just a little bit too far forward, and making those incremental increases to get to a point in the game where this Medusa was just unstoppable. I'm going to go on mute and take just a little break while we're waiting for Game 2 to come underway. It appears both teams are queued up in the lobby, and there are ready checks going back and forth. So we will be seeing a game very soon. Go ahead and fade over to my camera so we can watch the coin toss. Oh, no coin toss. Blink Squad gets their choice. Waiting on one. Okay, so we are not 100% ready, but interesting to see with Slugcats preferring first pick and Dire as their preferences. We'll see if we have the exact same selections with Blink Squad on last pick and Radiant again. How did how did Blink Squad use their last pick last time? They had it wasn't the Veno last pick. Veno was picked up first. Ogre? I think Ogre was their last pick. So yeah, I don't know that last pick helped them so much. They had Wind Ranger out early. They had Jug out fairly early. So yeah, I'm not sure. I I know first pick is nice because you get first dibs on those hot heroes. Like we were saying earlier, Space Cow, Spirit Breaker is a hot hero right now in the meta, and if you have second pick, then you have to ban it if you don't want to see it in the game. If you don't want to see your opponent have it. Whereas if you have first pick, you can pick ban it, or in the case of JJ, pick it, and go to town with it. Blink Squad saying they want first pick. So maybe I know last pick used to always be the favorite thing to do. But it just depends on your drafting style. If you are holding out for those very counterable mids, and you want to have a mid that has the best, most favorable conditions, you want to save your last pick sniper, or maybe you want to have a last pick kind of cheese pick like Huskar. That's or I know I used to play with a mid who loved Arc Warden but would only pick him up last. I'm not particularly sure why. I'm sure people smarter than me know why. But so far we have the same first two bans, but Medusa coming out as the second ban. Medusa was first phased last game, and I mean had some bans to protect, but ultimately, she went through the draft uncontested, and clearly took this game. Now we see Slugcats with having second pick in this game, banning out the. I'm just gonna call him Space Cow. If I think too hard about his name being Spirit Breaker, Space Cow is what comes to my mind, and I have to pause to think about what his actual name is. So, sorry if Space Cow is too makes you feel uncomfortable because it's not his actual name. It is his name to me. And with their first pick, they take their Witch Doctor. He was getting it done in that in those mid game fights. He got some good ults. Monkey King was sure taking a lot of hits to the face with the Death Ward. There were a couple of times where Monkey King thought he had it, and instead just took a lot of Witch Doctor damage. So I don't know how much he continued to contribute, through the the mid to late game, but still a solid pickup to a support in the correct hands. From the side of Slugcats, Clinks, and Oracle, we have seen this pause for Clinks in JJ's hands before, and obviously I feel like PVC did great with Oracle last game, and we'd love to see that again. Certainly keeping alive those cores, keeping them for that counter, holding your spells for the counter initiation, as well as just dishing out that magic damage, getting the kill steals. Early game, he was doing his Oracle things to dispel all those dots, but it just wasn't working well, and I don't know that it was necessarily the hero's fault, or just the position of the lane, or Monkey King just being too confident with his Jingo, counting on it to heal him when he was getting low. But even with getting down to low health, getting a Jingo stack, throwing down his Boundless Strike, healing up, he still just died. I think in those first 10 minutes he had 3-4 deaths. So hoping to see Oracle do a little better this time. Pango, I believe, was on the ban list for Slugcats last game, so this must be a confident Pango player, presumably in the mid position. This is where they picked their mid last time. I think Wind Ranger was this first phase pick for Blink Squad last time. Though Pango also being a formidable pause 3. Similar bans. Again, seems like I thought the Slark ban was to protect Medusa, but it must be a comfortable core pickup on the side of Blink Squad. As well as Ursa. Interesting if Ursa is in Blink Squad's lineup, why that didn't come out as the counter to Medusa. Jug did great against so many of the other heroes, but against Medusa, I feel like he just fell flat. No Underlord. Keeping that out of the hands of Vitruvius. No Axe for Blink Squad. Let's see, who have we seen Clinks pair with? I remember seeing Clinks paired with Underlord before. Could we see another Brewmaster game? Does the Tar... I'm not sure if the Tar does magic damage, if that's a good pair with Brew. Tide Hunter. Interesting. So Tide Hunter does have a slow. So the double slow between Clinks and Tide, that can be effective. The armor reduction, and Clinks can benefit from that with his arrows. It'll be interesting to see. Another Jug game. Yeah, if there was something about that last game that went well, it certainly was Jug. He was able to not fall too far behind in his farm. He was near the top the whole game, only behind the Medusa, and the Medusa's got to be way ahead for the lead to be actually ahead. As it's just she's not. She needs to be overwhelmingly ahead to really be effective with her gold, or be in that late game state. So yeah, Jug is if that's comfortable for their carry, then yeah, just keep doing that again. He did get shut down a little bit in lane, but we'll see. So what do we have from Blink Squad? We have CC, we have damage, we have initiation in the Pango, counter initiation in the Earthshaker. On the side of Slugcats, Clinks, he's not so much initiation. He is pick off and gank ability. As a support, I feel like he may struggle to gank alone, but if he can run with Oracle, Oracle definitely gets his root off and helps with all the magic damage. Clinks can definitely run them down after that. Tide has good initiation, but only every 120 seconds or so. We did see Devil play sniper mid. I think we've seen both sniper mid and safe lane on the Slugcats. I think that was. Well, now I'm questioning who played it. If it was Devil or if it was Rusk. Maybe they swapped it, or maybe they swapped positions. Memory does not serve me right, but I felt like Sniper was definitely the forward fighting kind of sniper that really kept the enemy on their heels, which is how I like my snipers to play. I don't necessarily like a late game sniper who sits back and just farms the whole game and turtles until no one can push into it, but then he gets caught out anyway because he's a little puny sniper who can, if they've got backline, like a Blink Earthshaker or an Omni Knight. I'm sorry, not Omni, an Omni / Juggernaut or a Rolling Pango, who can make their way to the backline. Sniper can just get caught and not do his snipery things. So I do like my mid snipers who are willing to push forward and fight. I felt like last time Slugcats had sniper, they were a little bit reckless with it, playing too far forward, but the enemy did not take advantage of that sniper too far forward, and the too far forward sniper turned into just the right amount of forward sniper because they dominated that game. Legion Commander, a good ban against sniper. Oracle can save people inside the Legion duel. But I feel like Axe, another good one to ban. Definitely the Spirit Breaker is a good ban. He'll hit towers after everyone else is dead. Their tower hitters aren't going to be Terrorblade. Their tower hitters aren't going to be Arc Warden. Their tower hitters not going to be. Well, I guess those are the bans that I see that are good tower hitters. And we are probably looking for a pause 3. A Void Spirit. Okay, so it looks like the Void is probably mid and the Pango is going pause 3. I feel like we don't have a lot of tower hit here, but Void Spirit does add to the CC and the catch and the gank ability. He's also very slippery. If he gets caught by a Ravage, he can duck out very quickly and then duck back into fights as favorable. Pango can start the fights. Void could potentially start fights. Have a low commitment fighting a start with his the little sucky remnant and an alchemist for most likely the pause one there for Slugcats. I definitely like the low commitment uh, initiations, like the remnant on Void Spirit. Whereas the if Pango hits his ult, he's committed. He's got to go in. There is no BKB piercing on the side of Slugcats, so that Pango roll will be safe to go in and roll and cause mischief and damage and jump on that sniper and jump on that Oracle. Void Spirit. Oh, he's another good one to jump on the sniper. Yeah, so he's a good backline jump. This yeah, Tide's gonna want to sit in front. Sniper's gonna want to sit in back. I don't know that Sniper may have to take care of himself or just stay in front. Now, as far as hats go, we've got the same Witch Doctor. We've got the same No Hats Oracle. We've got the same Jug. I like the armor on this Clinks. It's pretty nice. The helmet on Alchemist is not bad. I definitely like the red highlights on the Void Spirit. I'm kind of opposed to it. I frown on it a little bit when I frown on it a little bit. Oh, jeez. I just realized that I have been muted for that whole draft phase. Oh my goodness.
Right. I texted you. I pinged you on Discord. I said things on Discord.
Well, how about that? Everyone just missed my amazing draft analysis that I.
No, you're making this up right now. But I believe you. I believe you.
I stepped away for 10 seconds to grab some Tums and a drink. And, well, anyway, my commentary on a fighting sniper versus a backline sniper that farms the whole time, and how I like the Void Spirit for his backline and his low committal initiation with his remnant. We see the smoke tank. Oh, they find the Jug. That's their best favorite target. He is roll. He spinning, so he gets spell immune. We might get some more kills from here too. This yeah, he goes down. 3 kills. Wow, and 2 of those going to Sniper. First blood going to the Alk, presumably pause 1. Pretty fantastic. I'm not on mute still, am I? Well, I sure hope not. At any rate, we are back in it. I didn't check these items, but we know there was a smoke. Here's our last hits, and we, as presumed, this Alk going to pause 1 with Oracle. He has to know that this camp is again blocked. Does he have a sentry? He does have a sentry. So wait until this Earthshaker's done punching him, then come back around and deward this camp that you you saw him block it. Switching to the split screen, are you manning a camera, Sook? I see Sook on the mid lane. Not sure how actively he is ready to join the stream. We see this tar bomb slow and the gush.
I am back. I'm a bottom camera.
Okay, you're bottom. All right. I have
I
the
made
sc- I do have the screen split out, so we're good to go. Or are you still hopping in and out?
I might be hopping in and out. We'll see.
Okay, that's fine. Now, if this mid lane previously was kind of the split with the truce, Sniper is not pulling any truces now. He's got his point and shrapnel that he took for first blood, just throwing that on this poor Void Spirit's head. Oh, this is our chance. Does Resonant Pulse do? Resonant Pulse does physical damage. So then
It blocks critical?
yeah.
Okay, so that's why it's the Void versus the Sniper versus the Ember. Sometimes though, I've seen people they pick up the Ember Spirit just because they know they can do more damage. But if you're defensive against a Sniper, you're going to pick the Void. If you're offensive against it, you're going to get the Flame Shard because Sniper doesn't really have a way to get rid of your shield.
Mm-hmm.
The it's funny because I was watching the draft, ready to put in all my chips once you said you're back and we're unmuted, and then
Oh.
over here. So
Did you at least see my mouse moving around excitedly? I don't know if it
No.
was or not.
because I wasn't watching your stream, I should have checked the
Oh,
stream.
sure. You wouldn't see the stream anyway. It's on delay, but oh, just pretend that I said mind-blowingly amazing things.
I think it's how you're right. It's how aggressive the Sniper is going to be, and how the mid matchup goes up. Right now, Sniper is dominating, like more than double last hits and 6 denies against the Void. So Void is dead. So
Yeah, he's been dancing at low health for a long time, and though he has the bottle, he didn't have anything in the bottle.
I don't even know who won game one. I'm assuming it's Slugcats because I saw Medusa and a Spirit Breaker ban out.
Oh,
That sound
yes,
right?
indeed. They did as we talked about. They sat
I
around
took the
that Medusa, and they didn't take bottom racks right away on that next Aegis push, but they did get 3 buybacks out of it, and
and they
took
didn't
it,
die.
and they didn't die. I mean, Monkey King died, but
I mean, Monkey King was the sacrifice that game. I feel like
yeah.
you sacrificed the monkey to the win on that match is what it ended up being.
And then
Oh,
they just kept Blink Squad turtled into their base while Spirit Breaker pushed every single lane, and Medusa continued to get stronger and stronger until the next Roche was up, and which they gave to Monkey. Surprisingly, I think he popped it pretty quickly, but at that point it didn't matter.
Doug spin bot to last hit creeps maybe. No, there's a lot of spinning. So this is the same lane bottom for Blink Squad, Witch Doctor Juggernaut.
Right,
It's having
right.
a little less of effect though. I don't think Kraken Shell can dispel the Maledict, and it doesn't really help with the spin. So it's not really going to help much in laning for him to be on a Tide Hunter, other than just he has his Ring of Health already here at 5
Mhm.
minutes. So, ooh, Jug might die under the tower with this the Clinks harass. How's top lane going?
We
got
did,
5 kills total.
yeah. We had a death on Earthshaker. Well, 3 of those kills were before the horn.
Really?
Yeah.
I missed that.
They had 1 kill to Alchemist and 2 kills on the Sniper. Earthshaker getting trapped behind his own.
Sniper dead mid from a Void. They did the harass. Sniper got a little too cheeky on the enemy high ground.
Now that Void Spirit's got a couple of spells, he's a little bit more dangerous.
Yeah. So with that whole dominating 3 lanes or 2 versus 1, I feel like as a mid player, you have to know how your side lanes are going because you have to decide of the 4 supports which ones are the most likely to come to a mid fight. Because if you're winning one of your side lanes, you can contribute your support to another lane.
Yeah.
Or if you're drawing,
Tide gets strong and Clinks is there, helping Sniper secure the kill.
right? Which I don't know how early this JJ Knox gonna rotate from past experience. On the Spirit Breaker, I feel like he did okay the first time we watched him. I don't know how much he rotated in the second game though. Early on, right?
No,
We
there
got
there were Witch Doctor rotated one time. Oh,
Witch Doctor
here's a mid
Queen,
rotation.
Dead Clinks, and we got an Oracle ready to go on the Wisdom. I will be right back. I'm gonna set my camera at a tower and good luck.
Sure. Let me pull this back to single camera mode. Uh, yeah, I feel like those there were no mid lane rotations because it was such a dead even Wind Ranger versus Medusa, and uh, I mean, there's not a lot Medusa could do if she were to get a rotation, and there's not a lot that someone could do against Medusa rotated against. Wind Ranger, I suppose, could have rotated out to help gank, but she was just neck and neck with Medusa, staying there, even hitting and even farming. Uh, there was a
And that,
nice.
these last two games, we haven't really seen much rotation to or from mid.
Mhm.
Um, and
But
both teams are content to let the mids fight it out for some reason. But I mean, if your Void's, 0-2, 0-3, whatever he's at right now,
and
you
a tower at like 10% health.
you gotta spare one of your supports. I don't care how well or how crap your other unless you're losing all three lanes horribly, you should be sending a support. Usually it's you take the pressure off the enemy safe lane and you bring your pause 4 in to save the mid, but
Mhm.
I don't know. I I would like to see more interaction between the lanes, and I feel like last season we had more. I think Vit was on pause 4 though when we were casting, right?
That
And
yeah, we do
TP
we do
both
see
mids are
Void
inside the lane.
and this the way the patch goes, they want rotations, they want assists. These portals just scream, help me out in these lanes.
Yeah, come. It's easy to come help me. You can TP and then you can just portal back to your lane. You're not stuck up here anymore, guy.
Yeah, so
I think that's what it is. I keep trying to use the portal to rotate to the other lane, and I think I'm doing it wrong now that I think about it. I think you TP to the other lane and then walk back to your lane.
okay, that makes sense because then you have more flexibility to where to
'Cause,
start your gank. Uh,
yes, you can get to that gank faster, the fight faster, and then if you win the fight, it's safer to take the portal.
mhm. Instead of
And then the team might not have as much warning that either your guy's alone or uh, you're coming.
if the other team's on top of it, they can ward the portal and be notified of the gank. But if you're good with your TP scroll,
Or if you just happen to go through vision or you don't know where the enemy lane ward is. Because I find a lot of these games recently, I've seen a lot of observers right near the tier 1 towers. Maybe, I don't know if that's these games or just my games, my pubs, but I see a lot of lane wards in the first 10 minutes
hmm,
in the side base.
this not Vitruvius, Clinks, JJ, a little bit out forward there, soaks up the Maledict, but he's fine. This
Yeah, if you can take the Maledict and survive it, that's great.
mhm.
I bet he doesn't have a stick, though. I can't click on his inventory right now. Does he have a stick?
He is no stick. He has Solar Crest.
The against a Maledict, one of the best items is Magic Wand, because the moment you have Maledict hit on you, you just pop the wand. That'll
Right.
save you. And the more ticks you could click that wand before, you basically triple dip into that wand.
How funny would it be if Maledict's damage is based on the amount of damage taken since Maledict started? So I think it would be really funny if Maledict could actually do a heal if you have more health than when Maledict started.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, it's not how much damage you've taken, it's how much your life has moved. So if you
Yeah,
can heal yourself up after you get Maledict, suddenly it starts healing you, that would be pretty cool.
yeah.
I see a
This
lot of dead bodies. I can't move my camera around right now, but
a lot of dead bodies happen in top, but all dead on the side of Blink Squad except for a sniper that went down. Now Ravage is out. Oracle uses his ultimate to save himself, and he's still being chased down by Void Spirit. I think he's low. He's real low mana. He might be able to be chased. No, he's fast enough that
I
Ravage
mean,
is already
so
used.
after all this is said and done, that's 1K net worth to Slugcats, but they have an alchemist, so really it's basically a dead even game.
I think it was higher before that little altercation. This is enough to catch the Pango here.
Whoops. Why Witch Doctor?
Does
Just
oh
slip it off one by one.
no assassinate on this sniper yet? I feel like this
Yeah,
may have been a Pango death.
A level 9 these days.
Okay.
That's pretty par for the course. You really just don't have much mana to justify it in the early game, and your all of Sniper's basic abilities are so strong.
Hey, so much damage comes from this headshot, and then the guaranteed headshot from Take Aim, and then Take Aim plus Mask of Madness. It is just so good.
Oh yeah, Mask of Madness. I've been Mask of Madness is so good. I've been getting it on Razor sometimes recently. Like as soon as I link you up and I press my Q to slow you down, hey, guess what? If I Mask of Madness, I'm not life stealing during the link, and I'm attacking you faster during it. I don't know. It's some heroes can really just make or break Mask of Madness, and I think Sniper is the best use of it.
A good catch by Void Spirit bottom on the Tide, and then Omni on him. Oracle not able to get the save off. This JJ just walking around finding bodies to kill.
Nom nom, tasty supports.
He's a support himself. Yeah, it was an Earthshaker he got. Earthshaker was the support.
For some reason I was thinking Earthshaker was 3 during the draft, but that was early on in the draft. I was thinking that.
Yeah, I thought this Pango was going to go mid, but I think with the sniper out, Void was definitely a better choice. This Pango having the TP out, caught by Clinks. In here, I thought Clinks wouldn't be able to walk around and make ganks all by himself. I thought he'd have to run with someone, but he's doing just fine. He has his upgraded to Solar Crest, and his Orchid is queued up.
Yeah, see, and you're not going to see on a Clinks, you're not going to see a Force Staff or Golden Cape there.
Oh, sure. Yeah, those would both be totally inappropriate. Now, with this sniper caught, he does have the team with him, so I think he's okay. He's getting healed up by
Oracle was ult available, right? So
yeah, I think that Witch Doctor was seeing blood, saying, I really want to get this sniper. I can maledict him, I can ult him, but he was... Well,
Witch Doctor wasn't Wind Ranger in last game, right?
We have an invisible Pango, comes in, rolls. So everyone wants to backline this sniper. He is...
Ult on him.
He's alive for a little bit more. Oh, he was stunned that whole time. But you're right, if he could have turned on that Mask of Madness and went pew pew pew.
Yeah, that's his game plan and hopes, but if he's stunned up during all of it, then suddenly that just doesn't happen.
Yeah.
What is this Alchemist doing? What is he farming up? Has Radiance.
He has Radiance. Yep.
So he's hoping to play into the mid and late game. He does not want to be a support this game. Right? This is Monkey from last game.
I need to do a better job keeping track of if who's playing mid and who's playing safe lane between Rusk and Devil, because they've swapped lanes before. They certainly the safe lane here is playing more late game carry, and the mid game is playing more fighting carry.
Yeah, I mean they could be different players here. Like, you know what? I didn't like Monkey safe lane. Can I have Sniper mid?
Mm-hmm.
I really need to pay attention to these names. Sorry, guys, but that's part of the problem of us not knowing you very well and putting names on us.
We'll get there.
So either good adaptation and realizing, hey, I want to fight early, and you a little bit, not for very long. Don't rely on it, please.
Okay.
My hands are full at the moment, so to speak.
Fires, wins that fight a little bit, pushes Radiant back, and taking over this triangle. They looking to take down this.
Wards don't have to just be out of fights. You can use them in fights. So, hey, we're about to take a fight. Let me just drop one because I'm the invisible guy over here. Wards might break your invisibility, but you come out of invis, you do your spells, then you drop a ward as you walk away. Like, there's so many more times you can use it, and just having that option. Like, it's not like he's holding something else in his inventory.
That's part of the game of an invisible support, right? Is winning the vision game.
Yeah, you're invisible, so you get to the hard to reach places.
Yeah,
You can, as you said, where those you need a core player to do it late game. You can have an invisible hero do it early game.
nice job on the Witch Doctor saving himself against the Clinks with his shard, but then better job on the Oracle for saving the Clinks. On the, yeah. Once the Maledict was on him, and a couple of shots on the Death Ward.
Part of the problem here, though, is that Witch Doctor was in an area thinking, "Hey, are we going to defend this bottom area?" And the rest of his team is elsewhere.
Yeah, he was trying to get the vision up for this expected fight at the bottom tower.
Right, which, as we said, a support trying to go out and trying to ward right now is not acceptable. Like, is not safe. Like,
yeah.
Witch Doctor's correct play was to not be there. But if he's not there, his team's going to whine at him about there not being wards. So he's like, I'm just going to go ward. Okay, guys, I died. My excuse now is that I'm dead. Which, I'm not blaming anyone in this situation. If I am, it's going to be the cores, not the support. Because it's just... Dota is a very complex game. At one point the other day, I was going to write out like all the variables you have to keep track of and reassess every 10 seconds.
Write the book on how to Dota.
Their items, my wards, their wards, spells.
Was that ravaged down to take a Darth Cherrywood, this Void?
Yeah, so where's Void sitting here? Void is sitting pretty even with the rest of the cores, unless we kill Alk, who is way far ahead. But he's an alchemist, so that's kind of where he's going to sit. There is now a 9k lead now for Slugcats, so that's kind of a big deal.
Yeah, and they're just moving from objective to objective, taking the top tower, going straight to the bottom tier 2, now the mid tier 2.
And the problem is, once you get into this, hey, a couple people died, or now a couple people died, like you start staggering your deaths here, trying to I got to defend this objective, but now you're defending it with less bodies, which is going to make the next objective easier for your enemy to take. What you have to do is just say, okay, guys, we need to sacrifice the next objective, no one defend it, everyone play safe, regroup, get a new item, get together, and let's take the next fight. They win this next battle. But anytime you commit to defend when you don't have your full strength, suddenly you're going to lose the next fight too.
Right, and it's just going to chain over and over, losing additional fights.
We call that a throw ball.
Throw ball.
A throw ball. That's not what I said, but I like that better than what I said.
You can get a death ball, or
use that now. This wasn't a snowbally game. This was a throwbally game.
Jug comes in Omnis, but there's a lot of people there on the Omni. Yeah.
Oracle almost got sniper killed, though. Do you see that to save herself? Oh, there's the ult.
Yeah.
Nothing behind it. Oh, almost killed Sniper.
Melons.
That Purifying Flames almost killed Sniper because the ult ended.
This one may be over.
This one's going to be a lot over than the last one. The last one it felt like it went... I left at 30-something minutes, and it was still going for quite a while.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't over after they successfully took the Aegis into that bottom push and forced 3 buybacks, but it was to the point where they were turtled up with nothing to do except for wait out.
They had reached that tipping point that now it was their game to lose.
Mm-hmm.
And as long as they didn't lose, it was going to happen, and they very carefully and methodically finished it out, is what I'm assuming happened.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, let's not risk losing this.
And they took the third Aegis. They waited for the third Aegis to solidly win it.
And running around, he does have sentries now. Dude, Clinks is also a really great gem carrier because you're running around invis. You don't have to deward anything. You just have to know that it's there or not. The gem sees the sentry, you're like, nope, and you walk away.
And the gem protects you against the people that get so annoyed that they go crazy with the vision.
Yes. It does mean you have to be a little more selective in your fights, but you should already be selective in your fights. It's a very squishy, ganky hero anyway, right? So,
Yeah.
I mean, I just like it better than these sentries because yes, I was griping on about not having wards, but if you're an invis hero, I want you to have obs wards, smokes, and a gem. Because for you to place the sentry, suddenly you're coming out of vision to place it, and they might have already seen you, and you just don't know it, and so they might already be headed towards you, and then suddenly, you know what I mean? Like, just the play pattern is much more risk. And also, I think a lot of people are too afraid to get a gem because it goes to the enemy team. But, oh no, what's the worst that happened? They got a gem. Like, your death was worth more than the gem anyway.
I mean, if you've got a hero like Clinks, you hate for the other team to get a free gem, but
Right. But they could have bought a gem anyway. So if them having a gem is going to ruin your game, then them making the mistake of not buying one shouldn't stop you from getting one yourself. Does that make any sense? Like,
yeah,
if,
yeah.
if you're going to lose the game by them having a gem, then they have the option to buy their own gem. So don't let that stop you from getting your own. Because it's just going to help you out until you lose it.
I think an hour-long Dusa game just broke these Blink squad mentally. They came into this game just pushed back.
Yeah.
GG called out.
Also, and Slugcats didn't like the long game either, I'm sure, which is why they picked all these much quicker heroes. Yes, Alchemist is a hyper carry, kind of like Medusa, but it's like online 10, 20 minutes sooner.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't really call it hyper carry, I guess. Like, he peaks a lot sooner, right? He can still get to high. He doesn't want to fight until he has 7 items, but he gets it much faster.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't. I mean, I can do our chit chat synopsis at the end, or I can end early. Either way is fine with me.
I mean, I don't think we've got a lot to say. Great showing from both teams in that first game, back and forth, and I think this sniper just really took the game the same way as the last time, and Blink Squad just showing a little bit of broken down mentally after that first one.
Yeah, the throw ball there at the end. It happens to us all. So
Yeah.
and I'm sure Void was kind of dispirited off of game 1 losing his good advantage, and then game 2 just got pretty crushed by the sniper with no supports from his. Like, there's no interaction with mid lane in either of those 2 games, and it's kind of telling. I don't know. Babble, babble, babble. I can talk forever. Good luck,
let's
everyone.
not.
See you next week.